Alright, fourth video for this channel, fifth video for the day. God, I'm a workaholic. Let's jump into it. So, in case you guys don't know, I actually do a gaming channel where I upload videos sort of semi-regularly on there too lately. So, yeah, workaholic. Swedish State TV, Virgin Mary cloned herself and Jesus was transgender. WTF. Sweden, what the hell is going on in your country right now? You know, France had the right idea of trying to burn down the national broadcast TV station. I'm starting to realise that might have been a good idea. But let's jump into the story. The birth of... And by the way, why is it when all these national broadcasters, these state-owned TV stations, always seem to be far left-wing? Always seem to be pressing a communist sort of point of view. It's funny how all these state-owned TV stations seem to be communist or have a communist agenda, isn't it? You know, the irony is not lost on anyone, but let's jump into it. Jesus or the Virgin Mary may have been transsexual. Their reasoning was Jesus was born as a girl, SVT, and believes that they have found supporting for their theories in science. Oh, this sounds important. Wait till you hear the science. It's going to make you laugh. But let's keep going. Laugh or cry. I did a bit of both. SVT claims it's not a biblical account of the virgin birth, but that Mary became pregnant with Joseph or someone else. So she wasn't a virgin anymore. But anyway, but the highly biased left-wing channel has launched a more gender-modern theory. You ready for this one? A phenomenon known as parthenogenesis. I might be mispronouncing that, or I might have got it correct. Who knows the way I pronounce things? It occurs among algae, fish, and frogs. Yes, if you want to turn to human biology for a rare condition that causes someone to have a virgin birth, you can always turn to algae, fish, and frogs as an example, because we have so much in common with them. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm waiting for people to stop laughing. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is absolutely insane, but let's keep going. This means that an embryo develops without fertilization. Okay, but my question is this. Does this parthenogenesis happen when it comes to humans, or is it only an algae, fish, or frog thing? But moving along. The offspring then becomes genetically identical to the mother, which means that it must have the same gender. Right? So their reasoning for him being transgender is because of the fact that he was born with a medical situation that happens among algae, fish, and frogs. So that then became the Virgin Mary's birth, and that caused him to become... Wow, the mental gymnastics the left are going through today is really amazing, but let's keep going. As both the name and the pronoun of Jesus are described as male in the scriptures, it also can be concluded that Jesus was transvestite, transsexual, according to the channel. That this is what your money in Sweden is going towards. This is a national state-owned TV station. This is what your taxes dollars, I presume your tax dollars, go to fund. This crap. But moving along. SVT also theorizes about another possibility that Mary was a man who lived as a woman and with parthenogenesis gave birth to Jesus, who was thus also a man. Please make them stop. How the man Mary got her female genitals and a uterus to breed, can carry and give birth to the little boy Jesus or his brothers, STV does not explain. I wonder why they don't explain it, but let's keep going. The corresponding analysis of Muhammad's relationship with a 6-year-old Asha during Adi al-Rahman is not very problematic. Moving along. Look, at the end of the day, Why aren't the Swedes burning down their own TV station right about now? Where is the yellow vest rioting in Sweden? Just putting it out there, okay? Maybe a good idea to maybe take back control of your TV stations, because whoever's in charge of this TV station is on some serious drugs. And they really need to stop. Look, at the end of the day, what's my theory on all this? This is a complete load of crap. The reason why I'm covering this is to show how far left they have gone. This is absolutely insane. And to even think that this is somewhat realistic is completely batshit crazy insane. Look, as most of you know, or some of you may know, I'm not terribly religious. I'm not ruling out God or heaven or hell or anything like that, okay? I'm hedging my bets. But that said, if I had a theory, or I had a choice between believing this theory or believing that the Bible was a bunch of made-up tales, I'm going to go with the made-up tales. That is more realistic to me than this crackpot theory idea. And I find it very interesting that a left-wing media group over in Sweden is now trying to use Christ and Jesus as a way of pushing a transsexual, transvestite narrative. This is the world that the left rule. This is the world the left want. Jesus fucking Christ. Really. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is a complete load of shit. And I look, we have the same problem here in Australia, okay? We're no better. We have SBS, which goes through and writes movies or writes TV segments called Is Australia Racist? And basically cherry picks all the information they can to prove the theory. We're not any better, okay? SBS is state-run as well. I reckon deplatform the whole lot of them. Make all these media companies that are state-funded, draw all the money out of them. Make them support themselves. And I'll tell you what, you'll be amazed how quick these stations change their tune when all of a sudden they're trying to sell ad revenue to keep their head above water, and all of a sudden no one's tuning in because they're so full of shit, or because they're so far left that they make friggin' Bernie Sanders look right-wing. Okay? That would be my theory. That would be my theory about this, is remove all state funding from all TV shows and make every station support itself. I would be very, very surprised if you didn't see a lot of them A, shut down and die on their own sword, or B, if a lot of them would change their tack. It's funny how these state runs that get support of the taxpayers seem to be very communistic, isn't it? But moving along. Look, as for this theory, I think this theory is a complete load of crap. And I bet you I'll find, if I go through and I Google this parthenogenesis, or whatever you want to call it, I bet you find it doesn't even happen in human beings. Now, they'll probably turn around and say something along the lines of, yeah, but Jesus Christ was the Son of God. He's not necessarily human. Okay, so apparently God is now a fish. I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, I think it's crazy. I really, really do. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this sort of crap? Do you think that this is trying to use the religious holiday as an excuse to push a social justice warrior message? Do you think they're trying to use Jesus as a poster boy for transsexuals and transvestites now? Or are you surprisingly okay with this? Do you live in Sweden and want to burn down your own radio station? Don't respond if you do. For God's sake, I don't want to get anyone arrested. But, you know, maybe buying a bunch of yellow vests and starting a protest march might be a good idea right about now. Just putting that out there as a theory. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video's been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, I'm going to go to bed, because this world is just really confusing me right now. Have a great night and enjoy.